Yo, what is going on, my YouTube viewers, my YouTube subscribers? It's the one, the only, your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, BlkSpdrMan, coming at you with my first impression of Monster Hunter Rise. Wow. Uh, what a game. This is my very first Monster Hunter game. You know, I started Monster Hunter World. I was checking out the videos. I thought about buying it for a little bit, but I am a true open world type of game person, and that's not quite what Monster Hunter Rise is. I'm a Mabinogi person. One of the first games that I started playing that was open world. Moved on to a little bit of Terra, then finally settled on Black Desert. You've seen my speed leveling video for Black Desert, and then I've played games kind of similar. I will say I played a game kind of similar to Monster Hunter Rise, which is Vindictus. And Vindictus very similar in the sense of not quite what you're doing, but in the sense of, hey, you have a main city, you upgrade your armor, you buy new armor, you can look at trade board, meet up with different team members, and then you accept a quest. And after you accept the quest, you go into a dungeon, which is what Invictus was. But in Monster Hunter, you go to a different map. But it's essentially a dungeon. It's very similar concepts. So I wasn't a big fan of Invictus. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I played it for a little bit, and then it just kind of got boring and repetitive. And that was my fear for Monster Hunter Rise. But let me tell you, I was watching another YouTuber, and he kind of said there's two people in this world that played Monster Hunter. You either stop playing before you got hopelessly addicted to the game, or you're hopelessly addicted to the game. And I can see it. I can 100% see that, you know, the people who don't like Monster Hunter that have played it, you kind of stopped probably before you found a weapon, you found something that just clicked for you and made the game oh so enjoyable. Like, starting from the character customization, wow. Like, don't get me wrong, not Black Desert level of character customization. Definitely not that. However, it reminded me ish of like a Dragon's Dogma type of character customization. There was just enough to keep me entertained, to feel like my character is my character. That no other character looks exactly like my character. There's enough subtle touches from the hairs to your tattoos, eyeshadow, whatever you want to put on your character. It gave me enough to make it feel like this character is truly mine. And then on top of that, you got to customize your two little pets, the Palamu, and I can't remember what the cat is, but you got to customize both of them, and that was also appreciated. It's, again, one of the few games that I've played where, you get to customize your pet. I do actually enjoy the fact that they give you a pet. I've been told that that is new to Monster Hunter Rise, which huge helps with movement, helps with getting around, and that, wow, just fantastic. I love it. Absolutely love the Palamu. It's it's just so cool to ride around, uh, jump. You can attack on it. It's fan freaking tastic. I'm not gonna lie to you. So you know, the other big thing. So before I bought the game, the thing I was banging my head on. I play games because of obviously the classes. Like, let's just be real. I won't buy a game if I don't think any of the classes fit my playstyles. So when I was first looking at the game, I was thinking to myself, hey, I'm feeling maybe Switch X. I'm feeling Charge Blade. I'm feeling Longsword. Those are the three that I was like, hey, yeah, I think I could get behind those. And so I started the game. I started the game off with the Charge Blade. And I enjoy the big elemental slam thing. However, for a brand new Monster Hunter player, which is that is me, the complexities that came with the Charge Blade, I won't lie, they were a little bit too much for me. I've played games like Bloodborne and stuff like that. I'm used to the dodge roll mechanic, but then your dodge roll, you're adding in the shield. The shield doesn't always quite work the way you want it to. Then you can reinforce the shield. And then on top of that, you got to remember to charge your shield. You also have to remember to charge your sword. If you hit too long with the sword, then the sword doesn't do any more damage because it reflects off. That was a lot for me to think about while I'm already trying to learn what is an intricate game, and the combat system and learn the monster. I was also struggling to learn everything that the charge blade does. Then I went to the longsword, and it was all right. maybe I gave up on it a little bit too soon, but it was just alright. It didn't quite give me the mobility and the quickness that I wanted. Like, same with the charge blade. I liked it. There was parts of it that I liked. However, overall it was too slow for me. Same with the long blade. It was too slow. Dual blades, fastest thing in the game, obviously. But I don't know, something about it just didn't. It just didn't sit well with me. Doing the cool Attack on Titan like Levi ripping down a monster's back. Hey, awesome to feel like Levi, but it just didn't click on me. And so when I thought all hope was lost, when I thought that, hey, I was probably about to put this game down, in comes the Insect Glaive. And oh man, the Insect Glaive. Wow, that just changed my entire perspective on the game. I love just flying and zipping through the air. I love it. Absolutely love it. Just flying around, and you really don't have to stay on the ground very long if you don't want to. Stamina recharges fairly quickly, and you can just kind of keep flying around. When you make contact with a monster doing your forward slash, you can pop up in the air 3 different times. Wow, it's so entertaining to me. It's extremely entertainment. It's a great movement option. It's a great dodge option. Yes, I don't mind the fact that I can't block anything. Perfectly okay with that. Adds in a little bit layer of complexity, which I like for classes. I don't like very simple to play classes. I like, medium to complex type classes. So it adds in a little bit of complexity with your the insect that you wear, the kinsect that you wear, sending it out, hitting different body parts, retreating different powers. Like, adds a little bit of complexity, changes up your combos a little bit when you get certain buffs. Like, it was just enough. It's just enough to make it not boring. Just enough to just make it not as repetitive. Sending out the Kinsect and doing different things. And yeah, it has me hooked. I will not lie. I am in the category of people who are hooked on this game. I got about 8 hours or so of gameplay. Not that far yet in, but man, this game is great. I will not lie. For my very first Monster Hunter game, I'm glad it was this one. I don't know if I mean, clearly it's been the same game-ish for the last few ones, but I don't know if I would enjoy it as much as I do Monster Hunter Rise. But wow, I'm glad. Very glad that this was my very first Monster Hunter game. So far, so good. I will continue to give you guys content from Monster Hunter. I'm not going to say that I'm ever going to be great at speedrunning and these extremely unique builds to, do all this crazy stuff. Like, I'm not to that level of intricacy yet with the game. Like, I'm not that intimate with the game yet that I understand all of the fanciness and why this build works and why this build doesn't work. However, I will give you guys some content on some speedruns once I get later in the game and to go back to beat bosses I've already beaten. I know their habits. I'll give you guys a little speedruns. But hey, thank you for watching my first impressions of Monster Hunter Rise. Stay tuned for more content. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and press that little bell thingy to stay up to date on all my new content. Thank you for your support. Your friendly neighborhood BlkSpdrMan out. Till next time.